My name is Zach. I am with TheCHIVE, and I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys for taking the time. This is awesome.
Love the
Course.
flow, Zach.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Like,
Thank you. I
yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah, so we're here with Blair and Ryan, both from Shoresy. I'm gonna jump right in if that's cool. Um, Shoresy loves to antagonize both of you guys, right? Zieg and Michaels. Yet both of your characters have these great moments of slight admiration for him, and I think vice versa. Blair with you in the bar talking about the calendar, and Ryan winning the game stick in season 2. So, what are those scenes like for your characters that are sort of out of character?
I don't.
I
You go
go
for
ahead. Okay. I think just from Michael's right off the hop in season 1 that he was the coach.
Yeah,
Had like the kind of how I set it up in my head, at least for Michael's, was that they've had that relationship. He's had to coach him. He knows how good he is. He knows the potential. He knows and he just loves he lets him come at him because he knows it's kind of like all love, right? So
yeah,
at the end of the day, he's just trying to win,
right.
push buttons to win. And so I think it stemmed from there, hating me as a coach. But then because I'm so good at goalie, he can't deny it.
Yeah.
So he has to at least give me some respect at the hockey level. But other than that, he
Yeah.
hates me. So
Yeah, Shoresy is a funny one. I think it's interesting because him and I, for Zeke and Shoresy, they're very much like a brother-sibling relationship where, of course, you're like chirping and you have like fights and banter with, people that you're constantly with. But at the end of the day, it's still all love. There's still
Right.
that family aspect. And like you would still you could chirp somebody 2 seconds, but then if somebody else chirps that same person, it's immediately like a brawl because
Right.
that's not the type of relationship you have with those people. It's like,
yeah,
it's just family oriented. I
it's so
feel.
true. You think of comedians in like a green room or something, right? They're just like ribbing each other too. It's all love. It's like a dressing room in a way. Like
Exactly.
weird comparison, but like kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's true.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back for a second. How is this audition process for Shoresy different than any audition that you both have been on before?
Yeah.
I think I think I've never really auditioned for two like a sister pair before, like one or.
Right.
So when I did my audition, I auditioned for both Zeke and Meek, and it was like the whole thing
Oh,
was
wow.
I did all the lines for it, and I think that was interesting, trying to differentiate who that person was or what they meant
Yeah.
to the team, I guess. So that was kind of interesting for sure with the audition process for me. Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it was during the pandemic, so
Yeah.
that was a
Oh,
whole
wow.
other layer.
Yeah.
We started going from driving all around town to setting up your living room. Pandemic, doing tapes, 2 tapes a day, sometimes or whatever. You just leave it up because no one's coming over. Yeah, like I had gotten the audition. It was I believe I was kind of one of the first ones cast because it was very, very early as the coach, and thought I was the coach, right? I've
Right.
told this story before, but really quickly, like I thought I was a coach. Jared was a good friend of mine, is a good friend of mine, but I didn't want to play the friend card. I was like, I made one phone call. I just said, "Hey, I'm reading for your show.
Yeah.
Is there anything I should know about this character before just that?" And he just said, "Trust your gut." I did the tape. That was like probably April or May, maybe. And then I had heard rumblings that they really liked it. I never did another tape. It just flew out in the ether and I never knew. And then,
Yeah.
you're wondering, you're like, I think I did okay, but like, who knows? And it was kind of that first scene of the coach. And then we quickly, Jared calls me on my birthday, July 13th. It's the greatest phone call I'd ever gotten. And
That's amazing.
he kind of like awarded me the role. And then we didn't go to work till like September, I think. So it was a long waiting game, and it was a long process of getting cast. But yeah, that's the game, I guess. Sometimes you wait a long time, sometimes it's the next day. So
Absolutely. Is it true there is an impossible amount of hot girls in Sudbury? Is there truth to that?
they're pretty.
They are lookers, that's for sure.
You're kind of like, what's in the water here? Is it
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's the next.
Yeah. So Ziigwan is not only an indigenous character, she's a woman in the front office of a hockey club, but it's also hinted that she's bisexual as well.
Mhm.
Uh, Blair, can you talk about the importance of portraying a character like that?
I think honestly, it's necessary because that's just where I feel we're at today. You know, people are so many different things. You know, people love who they love, and like you're allowed to express yourself and be who you are, and in a way that's also unapologetic. I think there's like that's not no, there's nothing wrong with that, and I think it's cool to play a character who's just so sure about herself, doesn't need to also explain her actions. She just is, and I think that's what's really important about Zeke, and I like that. You know.
Absolutely, yeah. And then one final question for you both. We see it right off the bat in Michael's apartment with your junk hanging out. We also we kind of see this in real life, like Marc-Andre Fleury. I know he strokes his goalposts to kind of thank them. So important question, why are goalies so fucking weird?
Superstitions, you know.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, what did McDavid like? He's wearing this god awful same suit over and over
Oh,
again
yeah.
right now too, because they finally won one or tie or I don't know. You know, it's little things like that. God, you could have some dirty gear, but like, if that's what you
Yeah.
think is doing it for you, why change, right? So,
Right. Right.
you can because you can trick yourself. You play mind games with yourself. A bad goal, anything, you know, like it'll play with your head. So you gotta like
Mhm.
have your own little games to get rid of it.
You can't mess up the mojo.
Stay in the
Right.
present,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
24-0.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes, yes. Well, I just want to say thank you so much. I love the show. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Zach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
thanks,
was
man.
awesome.
Don't ever cut
Great.
your hair.
I'll never.
No, keep it, please.